Shut up and sit down.
And so, for me, I have an addictive personality, so like a pattern emerges very quickly in a lot of situations, and then I'm in that pattern, right? And so a lot of those patterns, though, because I like to get fucked up and have fun a lot, like a lot of those in my life have been destructive, right, and damaging, whether it's drinking or whether it's...
So you can't function, though, with it.
So it's more of a type of thing where, yeah, I kind of do it... I mean, yeah, like
you just gotta be at like chill mode and shit.
Yeah, like, but I can hit the vape.
A lot can't be going on. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I've hit the vape and like I can function normally, but like if I'm really
right.
So what they call it is breaking through, where you basically you go to a different place, like in your head, like you have an outer body experience,
right? And
you basically travel to space. You go through hyperspace and you see beings, you see... So before I even know you guys...
You can just... So you're telling me right now.
Baby, it's the fucking Star Trek.
Space, bro. You're going to hyperspace. You're going to the next level. Right here. Like just...
I mean, like that, yeah. So, cartridge just like that, yeah.
They're getting all...
Chris, there's a rapper from Detroit. He's a Detroit legend. His name's...
Eminem?
No. He's the one that... he looked up to Isham. His name's Isham, right? Eminem used to look up to him. And he has a track about DMT, and the fucking whole video is trippy too.
I'll have to check it out.
You have to check it out,
it's
bro.
like LSD, right?
You like rap?
I mean, have you done LSD?
Oh yeah, man. Hip hop's me, man.
So now I'm trying to be a rapper now.
Oh, that's what's up.
There's these things called machine elves, right? And it's very documented. So there's this guy, Clarence McKenna, Terrence McKenna. I don't know. You guys listen to Joe Rogan?
Yep.
Yeah.
So basically, Joe Rogan's like the most popular and biggest name that is like a DMT supporter and
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so he promotes it basically whenever he can, and he has people on his show a lot of times that will talk about their DMT experiences because it's becoming a lot more popular as a lot more like professors and people that are respected in like their kind of academic or professional area that are doing it, and then they're talking about the benefits that they got from it.
They're trying to study it better then.
Yeah, and so
instead of just fucking use it, they want to really know the history about it. And,
I mean, because really, it's something like a part of civilizations, like from the
for
beginning
centuries.
Of time,
yeah, you're right.
And because
like
what it
does
it's not here.
All that kind of stuff to get into that spirit world.
Right, that's what it is. And really, what it is though.
Is that they use
what is DMT? Because I've never done it. I just know that it's a psychedelic.
It's
so DMT is an extract from a plant, just like THC, like extract is.
Okay.
So it comes from the bark of these plants. There's actually every living thing, plants and people
what
and
DMT
animals,
stands for.
Produce DMT naturally.
I do know that part, but I don't know where it comes from.
So there's certain plants.
There you go. Wang, look that shit up.
So look up the Mimosa hostilis plant and the feeling plant, and it basically you'll see these pictures where people touch the leaf and it changes, right?
So
kind of like a Venus flytrap.
You're telling me that just some random ass dude was like, "There's some sap on a tree. Let me smoke it."
Yeah, think about this. Hey, think about when there's
or made like a fucking honey or something.
Yeah, think about when there's nothing to do except like just be like you're a caveman, right?
Yeah.
Of course, you're gonna find some shit.
You got a fucking loincloth on.
And it might have been a
fucking spear.
Who knows? It might have been an accident. But some people think, and some professors, they think that one thing that made us.
There it is, right there. That's what it stands for, right there.
Yeah, go from like the apes and like living in the trees and stuff like that to having the consciousness that we do was DMT.
Dimethyltryptamine.
It's funny that you say that because I'm listening to an audiobook right now called Sapiens, and it goes through all that consciousness and all that.
And it's like something had to kind of like awaken us. So what happens is like it just like psilocybin, like and just like LSD, it basically and DMT and all this stuff is decriminalized now in Oakland.
It is
for these reasons.
Yes.
Oh, DMT is along with mushrooms?
Oh, I didn't know the DMT, but I did know mushrooms. I was about to go.
So
I don't have anybody to go with them.
Yeah. So I mean, the reason why it's illegal.
We're here.
Is because
yes.
They did these experiments with rats.
Oh, look at this. Look at this.
Yeah, they did. You're right.
Like
they did do experiments.
In the 50s, they did these experiments
Yeah.
where they took rats and they took a rat and they put it in a cage and they had a water bottle full of heroin water and a bottle full of water. And basically they said, okay, we'll see which one he drinks, right? and then he drank the heroin water, and he drank it until he overdosed, right?
Yeah.
And so then they put the rat in a cage with other rats, right? And they had like little things to play on and like things to interact.
Right.
And they put the 2 water balls there.
They had a
and
little fucking wheel.
None of the rats drank the heroin water, right? And so none of them died.
Did they
And
taste
so,
it?
Who?
One of the rats,
Did
or
they
did they
even
see
taste
the other
it?
rat die?
Yeah, they probably tasted it or something,
I
but
still
they
think
didn't.
rats
Yeah,
have
yeah.
hive minds.
And so
Think what?
I still think
any
rats
drug-
have hive minds.
5 minds?
Hive mind. Hive.
Because just
what do
like
you
he
mean?
said, one rat will drink the heroin water, but the
Right.
other rats won't do it.
It's
'Cause
like
it's like they're like, oh hell no,
Yeah,
Steve,
yeah.
Steve drank that
Right,
water,
right.
don't do it. You
No,
know?
they did. But no, so what it came down to was any drug or anything they put in the water, whatever, if the rat drank it and died, or the rat drank it and didn't drink though, and they got addicted, they thought it would get addicted to it, then it was illegal, right? It was a Schedule 1, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, you put weed in a room, and you put me in a room, and there's weed or not, like all the weed's gonna be gone. You know,
Yeah,
it's like
yeah.
it's people that are isolated
Plus,
from.
everyone's gonna get contact high
Yeah.
off of it.
But people that are isolated from their peers in society and like just interacting are gonna be susceptible to addiction and substance abuse, right?
Right.
So if they're not, then there's a really high chance that they're not gonna be, right? I mean, like my grandmother was in the hospital not long ago with Demerol or what do they call the patches? Like morphine. It's like the new thing that they're putting in like
Is it
heroin
for
people are
cancer?
dying and stuff like that.
Ketamine or something?
It's like
It's a patch that goes into your like bloodstream.
yeah.
It's kind of like a nicotine
It's
patch.
basically
Not
they're
kinda like
fentanyl,
that,
right?
yeah.
It's fentanyl.
Fentanyl, that is fentanyl,
Oh,
yeah.
shit.
So
That's
I mean,
nasty
like she was
stuff.
on
Yeah.
fentanyl for like a month, right?
Right.
But she wasn't addicted to it when they stopped. I mean, so it's not like these substances really are physically. They don't really physically hook you.
Well,
it's psychological.
It's,
And
because
she
it's
only
a-
got so much on that patch, though. Only so much
It
it will go
physically
into the
hooks
bloodstream.
but still,
but
when
kind
they
of
took,
muscle
it's not
memory
like
away.
you're smoking that shit or fucking popping a pill.
but
you
still,
know?
even then, the more that you
Or
do a
shooting.
drug, the
Fuck it.
more
I don't know.
detached and isolated you're gonna get from society and people.
Right.
Yeah.
And so, and then because at a certain point, you psychologically need it and you want it, and it makes you feel better because you know that you're detached and you know that you're not relating to people, right? So
Right.
you use more, and
Right.
when you
Well,
use more,
plus you're gonna get fucking sick too if you don't use it.
right? But I mean, still,
Well, not sick. Your body has a. It's not really sick. It makes you feel sick.
Well,
Your
yeah,
body kind
yeah,
of
it
goes
does.
into this like withdrawal.
It is withdrawal.
Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? But everyone goes through a withdrawal. Like, okay,
Right.
here's a good example. Okay, so for a while, I was addicted to energy drinks, like
Monsters,
like
Red Bulls.
Yeah, you were just
Rockstar.
asking if we had any Red
Rockstar.
Bull.
No, dude, I calmed down. Okay.
Hey, he came running in here too, huh? he didn't walk, he
But
ran
the
this
thing was,
motherfucker.
I was doing 2 or 3 a day. you
Wow.
know? So after that, I actually had a problem where I had to go to the hospital. Like something was really wrong.
Yeah, because it
And
will.
actually, my I drank so much that the caffeine, all that shit that I
Right.
kept drinking,
Yeah.
was starting to actually tear through my stomach,
Yeah.
the lining of my
You're
stomach.
lying.
No.
you get kidney
Yeah.
stones too.
Yeah.
Right? Shit.
Yeah.
And so then that happened,
Most
and I
definitely,
stopped.
bro. Most definitely.
But when I stopped, my whole body was like, basically like kind of shaking. You
Yeah.
didn't feel right. You felt quiet. You felt distant.
Right.
And then you would just sit, like people would talk to me, and I would just be like thinking about like, God, I need an energy drink.
Yeah.
But that's not. But it's not. It's
That's
not
sad.
me.
Hear
that's
voices
saying,
and shit
it's
up.
not me that's saying I
Fucking
need it.
drink.
Yeah.
My body's
I'm
saying
fucked
like,
up,
hey,
bro,
dude,
off of
I
Red
haven't
Bull.
had one in like a week.
Yeah.
Well, it's
We
like-
need to refuel now.
I
But
see
my
this
brain's
guy at
like,
the fucking
no,
bus
stop,
stop on the bus bench.
And that's why sometimes your brain and your body is fighting each other.
It is.
Because you're mentally you're trying to stop yourself, but your body, like muscle memory and that interjecting your body saying like, no, dude,
Yeah.
we need to party, go get some of that Red. That's some like I used to have like.
Go get
I would
let's
literally
party. Let's go
walk-
get
yeah,
some of that
I would
Red Bull.
I would walk into like a Chevron
Were
or
you
a
getting
gas
shakes
station,
and
and I would
shit, too?
pass by, and I would see it, and then I'm not even kidding. Like this is how bad it was.
Yeah.
My mouth would salivate
Yeah.
because it saw the Rockstar, and
Right.
my
No!
mouth would salivate
Yeah.
like.
Yeah.
And my mouth, oh, dude, no, do you remember how
I
last
drank
time?
one of those red
But you
line
see
one
what-
time, and
but-
I swear I had an out of body of
But the
experience.
thing is,
'cause
It's
Yeah.
like a fucking alcoholic, bro.
Right, it's
the
just like
same
that.
shit.
Like,
It's the
anybody
sugar.
can have an addiction through anything, and it's
Yeah,
not just
that's
drugs.
true.
It's
It could be
everything.
food.
Yep.
It
Oh,
could be
yeah.
food,
Well, no,
it
the
could
biggest-
be
the big-
candy.
no,
That's a
it's-
big
it's-
conversation.
it's hyper-
Addiction is
hyper-
big over
hyper-
here. We've been
corn
talking
syrup.
about that
And
since day
sugar.
one.
America
Fucking
is
addiction.
addicted to sugar.
That's the number one addiction. Is
Yeah,
caffeine.
sugar,
That's the
sugar,
highest peak.
sugar.
Right.
Sugar
Look
is
how many
literally-
people
The
fucking
Facebook.
get car wrecks because
I'll
of
just
that
say it right
shit.
now.
Yeah.
Well, no, okay. So I put a timer, and I haven't
Timer.
I put a timer on my Facebook, and I haven't hit it yet. So, but I know that I was spending way too much time on there, and like I dropped off some of my responsibilities. So,
You know what
Yes.
Facebook does? It makes you feel shitty about yourself.
No,
That's all
no,
it does.
Facebook does.
Yeah,
Let's
it
know
does.
other people.
Yeah, it
All it
does.
does.
Yeah,
Why?
it does.
Because all you do is see the pictures that people are painting for themselves. Like, what they want you to see. Right?
Right,
The
right.
perception is reality thing, right?
Right.
It's like I could
The
go online and be
fucking
like, oh
selfies
man,
and
look at all these
the
guys I knew
live
from
feeds.
look at all these guys I knew from high school. Look, oh, he's a CEO. Oh, he's a creator of this company.
Oh, yeah.
No, he's not. I saw him at the bar last night.
Oh,
No, he's
yeah.
not. like literally, like
No, he's not.
whatever you want to
CEO
fucking
of
put
the
on there.
fucking toilet.
But see,
He was
like-
asking to borrow money.
You know, like
He asked me for
like,
a
I go-
fiver.
Like, if I go on LinkedIn tomorrow and I put like podcast host.
Didn't this
you know what I
fucking
mean?
guy
Like,
get kicked out of fucking
because I was
club
here
last
today,
night?
You know,
Yeah.
like, then everyone's gonna be like, oh wow, where's your part? You know, I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm doing. You know, it's just like.
But you
whatever
know,
wanna-
okay, here's a trip about what you just said. So,
Yeah.
you know, my son asked me. He's 10, and he asked me. He was honest. He's like, Dad, do I really have to go to school? Because I hate school. I like doing this, and I'm really good at it.
What was it?
He wants to make videos. That's what he wants to do.
You're like, fuck. How do I say
But
that?
you
How
know
do I say
what,
no?
though?
Like, what the
And
fuck?
I
That's
told
what
him
you're
this
saying,
is
yeah.
what I told him.
Well, you can do both.
I told him exactly.
Yeah.
You could do both.
Wicked Warrior.
I want you to go through your
You gotta have
after high
options,
school.
right?
After high school, you can do what you want. I will support you in anything as long as it's legal.
Yeah.
You know, but at the same time too, I
Ah,
told
Dad,
him.
I'm just making
I
a
told him,
pound
I
of
go,
meth
I
here."
understand. I understand that school's not for everybody.
Yeah.
School
Right.
wasn't for me.
Right.
But there are two people I know, like literally know, that failed school, high school. I was with them in school. Failed school.
And they're
They
successful?
shit at math. They have two successful businesses that are in Costco.
Yeah.
And they sell to Costco and they own it and they're making money and it's just like what the fuck. But they, you know what? These guys used to be drug dealers.
But the-
back in my high school. No. This is real truth.
Yeah.
They took what
Hustlers.
they knew because they
Yeah.
have a family. They knew what they knew.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I don't know how to hustle. Oh, this is easy. They took what they knew, replaced drugs with like food,
Right.
and they're hustling. Basically, they're hustling food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
But
And
I mean,
it's
you could
just a
also
trip,
say,
though.
You could also say like, okay, I mean, like, yeah, you take like, okay, Jay-Z or something. You know what I'm saying? You'd be like, okay, well, yeah, you could do anything, and then you could become whatever you want. But 98% of the people,
Not everybody.
like,
Yeah.
like, really, what it's about is
Yeah.
like your kids, like, you know, just not making sure that they don't limit their own options. Like, you know, like you just want to have as many options as you can at all times, like to go down different avenues if you need to. You know what I
One
mean? 'Cause,
thing,
like,
Jay-Z has fucking talent.
right? No, right.
Well,
No,
it's not the
no,
point
no,
of
no,
talent.
yeah.
It's
The
point
guy
of
at the front of the
skill.
fucking liquor store rapping, he
I
ain't
wouldn't
got no
say
talent.
talent.
Yeah, I mean, like
You know what
LeBron
I'm saying?
James, like he probably didn't have to try that.
And it
hard in
is
school,
skill.
you know what I mean? But
It's
It's
skill.
skill more than it is
It's talent,
But it's
skill, and it's also doorway.
Skill.
You gotta have a fucking
Skill
door to
mostly
open
than
up.
talent.
Opportunistic.
you gotta be
People
ready.
who
Big
are
time.
opportunistic
Big time.
get over on anything.
You gotta have a
No,
platform.
it's true. It's true because I do graphic design. I didn't go to school for it. My sister went to school for 5 years for graphic design. She finally got a job. Nice job. 2 or 3 days out of the week in the office, 2 or 3 days at home working. Perfect, dude.
Right.
Like I was like, dude, Monday through Friday, you can do that shit? Like that's badass. And but me, I didn't go to school. I've done a logo for a restaurant in Walnut Creek. I've done logos for a nutritional company. I didn't do any schooling. And it's right what you said. Skill will always top over that education because I had a side job faster than my sister did before out of school.
Wow.
You know, and that's the reality. And it's sad. It's sad being
You
part
made
of
it like
that
a
reality.
side hustle, huh?
Well, it's sad being
Looking
part
at
of that reality,
It
right?
is sad
right.
because you
No, it
see
is.
it and then you're a part of it. You're like, dude, this sucks.
Right.
Like my sister put money, time, and effort to get to the job she's want. I just proved a point and showed my skill to somebody. Fired that dude, hired me, and I've done all this work, and I'm like, dude, I'm done with it.
You had the
But
opportunity.
I did.
Yeah.
And it's all based on
That's
the
the
skill.
thing.
If you
Not
can
everybody
prove-
gets an opportunity.
Right. If you can prove that you can do it without school, and then yeah, people will take you in. I'm sorry, but sometimes I look at it as education. It's like, yeah, I got my master's in this. I'm like, oh, you got a receipt.
Receipts.
No, it's
There we
old.
go.
It's
30-day
thinking.
money back.
Yeah,
It's old. It's old thinking. It's old
Well,
thinking.
I mean, okay,
I mean,
so
I
if
have
you,
a
if you
BA,
want to be
I
a
have a college
doctor,
degree,
or
but-
if you want to be professor, or if you want to have some reputable name under your belt, then you have to go there because it's just the way it goes. You have
Yeah,
to,
I don't think
so,
anyone here is going to want to be operated by a doctor that didn't go to school.
That's
so-
Right.
go to school, huh?
So there's
Right.
there's
we playing
those-
operation here?
That's
Eh.
different, though. I'm talking about
You know,
something that's
But as far as the skill
realistic.
trade,
Well,
Not
when
like,
it's-
hey, I've done brain surgery. I watch YouTube.
Right.
Come here,
But-
get that
Yeah, yeah,
tumor.
It's
Come in
crea-
my garage.
It's creative.
I got the
It's
barber
creative.
shop
so,
right
yeah,
for you.
the creative
Yeah.
industry, it's really
talent.
open.
Talent
you can't
and create. Yeah, it's different. Yeah.
you
It is
can't
different.
teach.
You can't
some
do that.
people
Shit's
things.
natural.
Back in the
There's
day,
certain
it used to
things
be.
you can't teach people.
Back in the
No,
day, it
you're
used
right.
to be. If you didn't go to like drama school, acting school, nobody will try to get you for a
Right.
job in Hollywood.
Right, right,
Now you
right.
just have to have a goddamn YouTube, and then
You
Nickelodeon's
just
like,
have a
hey,
connection.
come on down.
And
Yeah.
see,
You know what I mean?
that's the that's the catch-22 about it, because it's like
You just gotta have
that's
a
the way
connection.
it should be
It
like
should be.
Platform.
it should be hella easy for talent to get found.
It
You know what I mean?
should.
It should be
It
like
should.
if you got talent, you should be doing that for a living. You
Right.
know?
Right.
And without all this media shit, it's like it's a good, the evil and whatever. I mean, it's like necessary evil, I guess, because it's like you got to have all this shit to connect people and to do all that, but it's just literally. I mean, the rate of teenage girls that are going to hospitals for self-inflicted cuts and stuff like that is
I
up like
know.
300%
It is.
over the last 10 years, because
Yeah.
and Facebook's the only reason, because it's like all they do is see other people that are doing things that they think they should be, or they're not where they should be.
Or they see their ex-boyfriend and shit with
Yeah.
somebody else, and they're happy, like, oh, why is this?
And
Oh,
really,
don't even
yeah.
start with that.
And so it's like,
I just left a group of
I
mine
know.
because I was bullied because
Like,
of,
where-
oh god, and
still
it was
comes down to
bad.
parents.
And these
I
girls,
had one.
these girls are the worst. Like so
Yeah,
but
girls are
way
terrible,
back
man.
when I was like in 7th grade. That's the reason why I switched schools and went to Modesto in the first place, because I was getting bullied. And then so fast forward to I'm 35 and I'm helping run this group, and these girls just single me out because I pretty much just call them out on their bullshit here and there. And this is over the course of 5 years, so they don't like me because I just say what I think, and they don't like that because I'm not complacent, and I don't placate, and I don't kiss their fucking ass, and I don't claim that they know everything, whatever. I don't need to be liked, and they don't like that. So anyways, they went out of their way, and they ended up bullying me right out of the fucking group.
So Sabrina, you haven't got a chance to tell us anything about yourself yet.
Oh.
I'd like to hear some stuff about the tarot card reading.
Yeah, that'd be
Oh,
interesting if you don't mind.
I need you. Yeah, I want to do this too.
Yeah.
Oh, I have them. They're in my
Mine was like,
car.
I'm all
I
about
was, I was
it.
just reading
Read
my- I was
me.
just reading my birth
Yeah.
chart last night, actually, and I don't know if you guys have ever done that, but
What'd you read? I'm sorry.
your birth chart,
Birth chart?
For
Like, what's
astrology
your,
Wait, you're
or
Gemini and all
numerology?
what's
that?
that?
For numerology or astrology?
Astrology.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and it's just like you read the stuff, and it's
like the month you're born and
it's like the
day.
time, the day, and all that
Yeah,
stuff
right.
that you're born in.
Okay.
And basically, like okay, I'm a Gemini, right? But like I didn't know, like you are too.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, are you?
So you gotta watch this guy's back. No, but so it's like
Twins.
you know about the
I
Gemini.
know
you
Gemini
see-
or two.
you see all these things about it, you realize, but then like you start reading that like all these other different dynamics about like Mercury, whatever, and like Pluto, all this crap, and it tells you literally like a 10-page PDF, literally just describes who
No
you
shit,
are.
huh?
Like literally, it was. I was just like, whoa, and like it's pretty crazy
You
stuff.
think it's real accurate though?
I mean, yeah. I mean, I think part
Because
of
I
it is
mean,
probably,
over time, shit gets
Is
fucking.
it based on?
You know,
it's
a
based
little
on theory, right?
exaggerated.
Yeah, I mean, it's general enough to make it kind of fit anyone. To be honest, I mean, it's astrology, right? I mean, so it's
Right.
gonna be able to be kind of
There's gonna be 10
manipulated,
million
right?
fucking Geminis at the same
Right.
time. Yeah.
But at the same time, it is. I mean, I don't read other things where I'm like, damn, this is pretty telling, about myself.
no, I feel it.
So I wouldn't
yeah.
use it as like a guide, but it is just extremely interesting to.
I
Like,
want to know some
learn
things
more
too.
about
You know what I mean?
yourself,
Yeah.
You want to
yeah,
know some
most
things? We
definitely.
all want to know some things.
Yeah,
Yeah.
most definitely. Well, you're the one that got the talent.
I
for
don't
it.
got the talent. Yeesh.
But tarot cards, I have no idea.
Trying to find all the
anything about.
answers too.
I'm like fucking Tom Hanks and Big over here. All right, I'm
I
playing that
know.
fucking game. I want to see what's going on.
Exactly.
Like, I talk to machine elves, and like I travel to space, and I see like
Machine
these crazy shit.
elves?
But I still think tarot cards
Is that
are
DMT?
fucking crazy as shit. So like that.
Well,
Machine
it is
elves?
crazy because you just
Machine
see
elves
the
a
name,
bad
and
motherfucker.
it's a picture, and they're like, oh,
Those are all
the sun,
cards.
and they turn it to the
Don't want to
sideways.
fuck with a machine
It's
elf.
coming down on you.
Not
You're
at
like,
all.
what? Is it dark in here? Like, it's just a trip how they read
Yeah,
it that way.
it's like how are these prints that are pre-printed on these cards going to tell me anything that's real?
But
you
they
know?
all
It's like,
have multiple meanings
I
to
scr- I
everything.
scr- I-
But,
yeah.
well, okay, so it's not the cards. You know that, right?
I have no. I don't. I don't.
No.
know.
Oh,
So
okay.
it's the bullshit artist then.
It is the
Oh,
bullshit
see?
artist.
There it is. There
You're,
it
you're
is.
is,
just
huh?
making shit up. That's what you're doing.
Really?
No.
It's not true.
Aren't we all?
That's some bullshit.
Really?
You
You
just
just
buying
making
into
shit up?
it. Just buying into it for a second.
You just broke my heart. You know what I'm saying? God damn.
I married my wife because of one of those cards.
Fucking hey, man.
So it's based. It is based on a theory. So it really depends on where you stand, where you're going into it.
Okay.
But
Did you bring your cards?
they're in the car.
Oh, in the car.
Well, how far? You didn't park that far. You can go
No,
get them.
it's just.
Yeah, it's,
You mind getting them?
Hop,
We
skipping it.
want to
it's
know.
not the
We're
third level of the
interested.
garage.
We're pumped,
or
man.
anything.
So I could like. What am I gonna read for you or you?
Anybody.
Whoever.
Yep.
The
I want-
quiet
I'd
one
like to
over
know
here.
some
We
things.
need to
Yeah,
know more
do
about
mine
this.
off air because it might be like.
You can do mine on
I
air.
might
I
send you,
don't
like-
Yeah,
care.
There's
that'd be
one
the
here,
hardest to read for
And all
sure.
of a sudden she puts down the card. And
I'm
it's
an
the
open
Reaper.
book,
You're like,
man.
oh, dude.
I'm honest
turn
about
it off,
anything.
turn it off.
Yeah, all those people you killed.
I'll go get the
For real.
card.
I'm open book. I got nothing to hide, man. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? I'm a real deal.
So PTSD though, like, is that something
definitely.
that you deal with?
Most definitely, bro.
So-
that and
so-
depression.
Yeah. So I've known multiple people. I think we all kind of have some PTSD to a degree, but I think
To agree, I agree with you.
but,
Yeah, I think
like,
so too.
Like my wife was badly abused in her childhood, so she
Right.
she has it very very intensely. So
Exactly.
what DMT does though, it literally, like mushrooms, it gives you another, it gives your brain like a new connection, right? So if you go to a situation that normally is a trigger, right, for you,
Right.
and you say, okay, you're A, the situation is B, and your brain is making that connection. What it does is it introduces C, and so basically you have a new pathway to see the same situation, and when that happens, your brain creates a new pattern, and it's a less painful one, right? So your brain just naturally starts to choose that one more, and so you can literally reset the programs and patterns that you've had in your brain set that are all triggers, right? Like there could be a million things that are triggers, but now you can basically go into those same situations, and you still know what that's like. You still know that it's there. You don't forget it, obviously.
Right.
But it's just you literally are able to just kind of breathe and just you're fine. You know what I mean? And
So it doesn't open up no doorways for like any skeletons in the closet,
Sure.
Any demons,
sure,
shit like that.
yeah.
It does.
But
huh?
it flushes them out.
Yeah.
It flushes them out so that they're gone, man. Like,
So that's probably what fucking they're doing in Young Guns too, man. Or
No,
was it
no,
Young
no,
Guns? It was
opium.
Young Guns.
It's opium.
Was it opium?
Was
No,
it
because
opium
you got
or
it
was
from
it
the-
peyote?
you got it
I thought it was
from
peyote.
sorry,
Yeah, I thought it was peyote. Yeah.
Yeah, and the difference-
We're in the spirit world, asshole.
yeah, and the difference between like
You know what I'm saying?
DMT trips and like those like any other drug trips is like the DMT trips are so fucking real. Like you can touch this, like your skin like turns to, it looks like there's geometrical patterns all over your skin, and like you're like, you can just see that you're part of the earth, right? Like you were just literally, your body and everything is like the same thing as this table or the ground. Like it's just all made of the same shit, and it's all energy basically.
Well,
Always
that's
all
yeah,
around.
exactly. That's what we were talking about
Yeah.
last Monday. Energy, bro.
That's
Just-
all it is. It's all everything.
That's
is,
what
right?
fucking life is, man.
It's all
It is
everything.
energy.
And like, so I've seen the fucking source, right? Where
Yeah.
that there's the energy source, and
Right.
like literally, to me, like I
You
have
see
all
the
these,
beam like fucking Nightwolf in Mortal Kombat, huh?
it's almost like what I saw was almost like a giant octopus, right? Like with like just a million fucking tentacles, right? That
Kraken.
like literally
Oh,
was
shit.
like that
It's
literally
the
like
fucking off of
Yeah.
you know.
what's that movie with Johnny Depp? The fucking Pirates of the
said it, the
Caribbean.
Kraken.
Yeah.
And it's just it's basically the Matrix. What in what it comes down to. But what my opinion is that it's a kind Matrix. It's like
My favorite movie.
And I mean, it's an amazing movie. And Keanu Reeves is amazing.
The
for it.
franchise is yeah.
But,
He's an INFP.
Was that
Good
Yeah.
movie.
He's an introverted
All
version
of
of us.
He's a good. He's
the
a
whole
crazy
fucking
person.
season.
I don't know
series.
why. It's stupid.
But yeah,
Stupid that
so
I
I
know
mean,
that.
to me, it's like it doesn't have to be this thing where like machines are just like harvesting us, because ultimately, if we created them, right, and it was AI or whatever, Elon Musk is a big influence on my life too, because he's the smartest person alive, but he basically is on the forefront of AI,
Besides me.
and I just met another one. No, but he's on the forefront of AI, and basically like his opinions on everything are basically that it's too late, that it's already happened. And that these machines that basically created the simulation that we're in, right?
Right.
To me, it doesn't really matter because I still have a son that needs to eat, and then like we
Well,
still
of
have
course,
to function,
of
right? So it
course.
doesn't matter really.
Yeah, yeah.
But at the end of the
yeah.
day, I think that
It's inside of us.
right, and the machines,
It's our
if they-
spirit,
if
man.
their job was to make things more efficient and healthier and better and happier for everyone, then why isn't it a kind nature? Why is it something that we have to be fearful of? You know, and so basically, like when I
Well,
had this trip.
you actually do gotta be fearful because fucking there's fucking assholes and fucking people that do whatever they do. You know what I mean? And that's bad energy. You know what I'm saying? That's
Well,
the evil energy.
Sure, but the only way to get through your day, right? Because if you concern yourself with that, you're really not going to get through the day because there's
No, you're
that
not.
many assholes out there. You know?
Yeah,
Like, you
yeah.
can't ride down the road without
Yeah.
just trying to just
Right,
like kill yourself
exactly,
because
exactly.
it's just still people
Fucking
are driving
road rage,
a million
man.
miles an hour.
Yeah.
And it's like why? You know what I mean?
Right.
Like we just came to the same stoplight. You know?
Yeah, exactly.
So it's like so it's like,
fucking A, dude. He's right.
and really
all
like
the time.
like I've always been anti-religion, anti-God, anti all of that stuff because I like you were saying earlier, don't push it on me. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
believe whatever you
yeah,
want to
most
believe.
definitely, yeah.
Why do you have to tell
Yeah.
me that I'm wrong for
Right,
whatever?
right.
When it's like you believe in the fucking Easter bunny, you know what I
Do
mean?
your
You
thing.
believe-
It's all good. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Just-
it's like
I don't believe it. So
Exactly.
don't, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
Don't
Then
fucking
when-
if it
tell
makes-
me.
if it makes you happy,
throwing holy water on my ass and
Oh,
shit.
Santa's
you know?
coming, then later
Oh,
on.
get this heathen out of here! Get the devil out, boy! He's no good.
Don't tell me about
Bobby.
burning
Santa
in
don't
hell.
exist. You're like, you lied to me my whole life, piece of shit.
Yeah, don't
Yeah,
tell me I'm
yeah.
burning in hell because I just lit up a joint. You know what I mean? Like I just rolled it up with the page that said Bible in the dictionary.
Or,
You know
they,
what I mean? Like,
or they're like,
care.
Jesus
Right.
is watching. It's like, and
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he's about to ask me what's up. Let me hit that.
It's all fear. It's all fear. The best way
Yeah,
to
the
control
fear
people
base.
is fear, right? In a
Right.
classroom,
Right,
still
right,
think
most
if you want,
definitely,
if you want a
most
kid
definitely.
to pay attention and like not talk out loud, then you hit him, right? And you hit him, he's not going to do it again, right?
Yeah.
Obviously, that's not okay to do, right? So because when you leave the room, he's just going to talk out loud again, right?
Yeah.
So
Right,
fear doesn't
right.
doesn't
You're
change
right.
people. It doesn't motivate people
Yeah.
to do that for themselves internally.
Yeah.
I think fear makes people stronger because they know, because in a way they know what's gonna happen.
Mhm.
Their body's ready for it.
Mhm.
They're just gonna see, okay, what else can I get away with? What else is gonna get me not fearful of my dad spanking me or the teacher saying go to the principal's office? Like what else is gonna make me like, oh, go to the principal's office. Okay, bye. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? They'll
Well,
get to
there's
that.
two-
It's
there's
not
two
gonna.
different
But
fear,
no,
right?
fear responses aren't necessarily always good
Right,
though,
but
because
they're-
PTSD.
No, that's what I'm saying.
there's
Now,
reasons-
that
But at
kind
the
of
same
fear is
time,
different.
right,
What
but
are
at
you
the same
talking
time, a
about?
PTSD response is
That's
just your
different
body
response.
saying you're in flight or flight mode. So
Right.
it's like a defense mode, right? So it's like
Right.
it's like you're in this position where you feel like you have to just literally be on alert all the time because something bad's gonna happen, right? Or something you're gonna feel pain, right? So for me,
Most definitely.
the most motivating thing is the avoidance of pain, right? And so if that's what you're controlling people with, which is religion, right? I mean, it started because you want to basically control massive amount of people and say that you're gonna burn in hell if you go against
Or-
the king or whatever.
Or
Right,
40
right.
virgins if you,
You know,
do this.
or
Yeah.
or exactly
Yeah.
right, exactly. But
Blow up
then,
two
like you
people,
said,
get 40 a month.
so if it's
Yeah.
pushed on you, if it's said like, okay, you're going to get hurt if you do this, then people are gonna be like, okay, well, when you're not around, I'm gonna check this on my own. I'm gonna do some shit that you think was gonna be wrong, but like you're not gonna know, so I'm gonna get away with it, right? You're gonna push that limit.
Right.
But if it's something like, okay, fire is hot, and to learn that fire is hot and you're not to touch it, you have to get burned, right? That's the quickest way to learn that. You can be told. So that there's that type of fear, and that's where like that you know reptilian brain comes in and the PTSD comes in, where it's not even you're not even choosing it. You're just in that place of fear, right?
Right.
But if it's in a classroom where it's like, you know, don't do this or I'm gonna do this to you, then people are just gonna, as soon as you leave the room, they're gonna do it because that's just human nature, right? To explore and find
like
out.
in school.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, like
Yeah.
when the teacher leaves the room,
Yeah.
everyone starts talking.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So DMT, in my opinion, what it does is it makes you feel like you are okay. It makes you feel like you don't have to be anyone that you're not. It makes you feel like your place in the world is where you're supposed to be.